Hello, everybody. How you doing? Chris, also remember to do that plate mold. That's why I'm starting with this. Thank you.
Yeah, essentially grease body, grease plate mold, four plate mold, then probably foam the back the one gren, and then maybe make a couple of masters. Because I don't think I'm actually pouring anything tonight.
Hello, everybody. How's it going, Ethan? Hello, Scarecrow, Lizzie, Evan, Sam. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for the likes. Already got 7. I dig it. Um, a heads up to everybody. My custom girls are listening to music, so if you could hear that, let me know so I can shut it off. Or tell them to turn it. Here, maybe this will help. Hissing of air will hide their music.
Damn YouTube Nazis.
That's correct. Whose phone is this? Chris, is this yours?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna move it over to there.
Oh, okay.
I'm spraying paint and stuff.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
You don't want me to drink the paint? You're no fun.
Okay, what's up, Ted? Hey, Tara, Connor, it's going good, man. Tara, I'm working on the last part of your order right now. This surgical mask. Hello, Aiden. Aiden, I'm sorry to hear about your haunt, man. I hope everything's all right. What actually happened, dude? Did they like break in and rob you, or did they break in and break a bunch of stuff? Great. That's not good, man.
Your mom needs some sort of surgical mask
Looking at it right now.
for Tara.
Looking at it right now.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna let that dry up some. Then I'm gonna paint it. Yeah, Ted, we'll be all right, man. We went and we got some property today to take the haunted house to for storage, and then we've got a few prospects for properties that we could buy to have the haunted house in, but we don't die well, so.
Oh, Justin.
Okay, what?
I figured out that I have now been at Haunted Hills the same amount of time that I was at Amherst. 2 months.
So?
Oh, it was literally the same time frame that Amherst shut down that I've been here. Like 2 months exactly. Like almost to the
Great,
day.
so it's your fault.
So it's me. I told you. I told you. In Mars.
Oh, dear God, I hope not. No, they're closing, not burning. My sister works at 3 bars. There are 3 bars that are burned down. You do the math on the going rate.
So what happened with us is this property that we are in is leased, and our lease ran out. So we were trying to renegotiate our lease. Well, the owner of the property is the municipality in this area.
Do I need to try and get some of that water out?
Probably, yeah.
You think you can give me assist with that?
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about cleaning hand and
1 second, guys. I'll need more.
second one's from the center goes.
You're gonna go buy some tape.
I did this.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna wait, man.
So, our lease, our property here, is owned by the town of Lake Station, where the haunted house has been for the last 3 years. And our lease ran out, so it came time to renegotiate. Well, they wanted to charge us twice as much as they were, which is not what made us walk away from the deal. What made us walk away from the deal was that they wanted to limit the amount of time and events that we could have throughout the year. So they wanted to make it where we could not operate on Sundays in October, which and also where we could not open for other events, Christmas and Valentine's, all that stuff. So we weren't going to have that because they want to charge us twice as much, but they want to cut out a third of our income. So they're trying to cripple us twice. On top of that, they were trying to add my parents into the lease, which it should not be, because Haunted Hills Inc. is an entity of its own, which should not be under attack. Which should not be connected to my parents as individuals. So the lease that they were trying to make us sign would have made my parents liable if we were to miss a payment. So they could literally drive my parents into bankruptcy, or attack any personal assets that my parents have that are not connected to the haunted house at all, such as our house, stuff like that, which is not good. And they would not change that for some reason. So we decided to not take that deal. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We will not die. That is literally the name of this episode. We won't die. So, their loss, not ours. I mean, yeah, we have to locate a new building, but they lost a top-rated haunted attraction in Indiana and America, and an attraction that brought in literally more people than live in their town. So we'll go somewhere else, and we'll keep being awesome, and we'll be fine.
Are you using the hairdryer or can I steal it?
You can steal it.
Thank you. That's how I use the braid. And I did not bring mine.
Connor, I did not see a text from you because I'm streaming on my phone, so I can't see any of them. Evan, we will find a new place. I have no concern about that.
Damn it, Haley.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be fine. Moving allows us a unique opportunity anyway. We put a lot of work into the property we're in, but it wasn't a perfect location. It had its flaws. And we had plans for the future, but that's fine. We're gonna move past that, and we're gonna grow, and we're gonna make them wish that we had stayed. So I mean, give me a second.
I need a brush.
Netflix offered to Blockbuster to buy out the idea for Netflix, and Blockbuster said no, that'll never take off. Well, how is Blockbuster doing right now? That's how I feel. We were a successful haunted house before we came to this town, and will continue to be that when we leave. But these are things that happen in the life of a business. It happens. It's fine. We'll be okay. We have an opportunity now to rebuild all of it. We have lots of plans that we had talked about for a few years that we would have taken longer to build, but now that we have the opportunity to rebuild everything, we might as well just implement those plans,
I don't know where I put my key. I think I brought it in there.
such as my meatloaf monster. Devin's tall tonight.
Hi. You really want to look at my ass. Probably literally all you can see on screen. Yep. Hi. And these make it so much easier because we have so many hanging things on the ceiling everywhere that I have to go individually and untie. It makes it a lot easier when I have the stilts, so I don't have to move the ladder over and over again. Also, in the new haunted house, we're not going to have hanging things in every room.
We probably will still have something.
Probably
hanging
We'll
in
have,
the rooms.
have 100 hanging things in
No,
every
I
room.
will rip all of them down. I am our director.
I'm creative director.
Well, take over them because they're really great to die. I want the whole building on fire. How about that?
I'm your literal boss.
Who better get out?
Extra not okay.
Extra not okay. What if I just fucking book it across the haunted house?
So Ethan, the problem with opening the hotel.
Hotel housing. We need it to be $1 million building. It's gotta be perfect.
Yeah, the problem with opening the hotel, it takes a lot of resources to do that because we would have to change everything. Instead of being able to have a foundation from walls and rooms that are pre-built, throwing them up, and having a skeleton to work with, we would have to build everything. And that's not happening right now. But in the future, you can keep your eye out. Yeah, so it took us 3 years to build this up to what it is, and we have to be out of this building entirely by May 31st, which gives us less than 2 weeks to tear down everything. So, vlogs are going to be interesting, and live streams will be coming from a new location very soon. The good thing about that location is I have twice as many bars on my phone there as I do here, so streams are gonna be better. I checked that while I was there, I swear. Yeah, so we've got 2 weeks to get the fuck out. Have you ever considered franchising, moving to other states? Yeah, the problem is we live in this state. My whole family's here. They have jobs in other states. Eventually, I would love to do that when this can be our only job, when we're eventually making enough money. But every time we're close to that, some shit like this happens. But we also learn a lot. So, yeah, Tara, we do plan to remain in this area, and our crew is helpful. I mean, extremely helpful. Our DJ, who's not an actor, he's our DJ. We pay him every night to be here and play music. He's coming to help us rip out walls, move shit. He's running around trying to scout out locations. I mean, everyone kind of talks about how I have so many volunteers and how do I do it. Well, I've got a badass, dedicated crew.
Because Justin is good people.
I try to be. someone asked if we have a location yet. Nothing in stone. We've got a few prospects. We'll see. So we'll see what happens with this. It could be that we don't hunt in 2020, which might not be a bad thing anyway, because many other haunted houses are going to be not opening. So that's a possibility. But that's okay, because that means we get a whole year to build a new haunted house. And I've already got promo ideas for the new show. But, I mean, we've been knocked down 100 times. I mean, we get knocked down, fucking pushed around, all of that, and we just come back. We that's why I keep telling everyone, we don't die well. It's not something we do very good. We don't quit. We don't stop. It'll take a lot more than just someone canceling our lease to make us quit. So, yeah. But we have a lot of plans. I mean, I'll keep you and your family in my prayers. Sitting here bawling, I feel so sad for y'all. I appreciate that, but don't feel sad. You should feel excited. I mean, this is an opportunity. In haunted houses, you kind of, when you build 14,000 square feet like we have here, you create corners that you're kind of backed into, because it's hard to transition our pharmacy from our pharmacy all the way over to the other end of our haunt, because for us it's tied into our story, and the story is all tied into the area of our building and stuff like that. But with the ability to tear down and rebuild everything, we've got the options to, if there are some spaces we don't love, we can rebuild it. I mean, we are still trapped under designs and flaws that we made 3 years ago, because when you build a wall that's 100 feet long, and you're only ripping out small areas at a time, in general, that wall's going to stay there. No matter how hard you hit it, no matter how hard you try to pull, once it's anchored in your floor and it's tied into a huge box that goes the other way, that wall can't move. I know that there's an area in our haunt where there's a gap about that wide from one wall to the other. But now we get to not make that mistake again. When we moved in here 3 years ago, that was our first time ever creating actor hallways and planning them in our haunt. And I think there is a different way that I would do that now, as opposed to what we did 3 years ago. I have experienced more haunts now, looked at more things, learned more. So the show that we present next is going to be a better one than we have here. As they always quote in animes and stuff, this isn't even my final form. Nope. Just pour straight in there.
Pour straight in?
Yeah. Just choose a corner and just pour it straight down.
I figured you wanted to kind of protect the detail first.
No, just pour straight down. You just go kind of slow to try to pop it in. air bubbles. Yeah, keep your stream and just pour in one spot and let it flood out. Hey basement, how you doing? Hi Lizzie, hey Noodles. How you doing? As far as coming across a larger location than we are now, I don't think we'll come across a larger location right away. But the thing about the location we're in now is it has a lot of space that I think is extra space. We have a whole kitchen that's probably 500 square feet or more. I don't think we need all that. It's nice to have, but if I'm planning a haunted house, a 500 square foot kitchen is pretty far down on my list of needs. We have offices that are very big. I don't think we need that large of an office. I think we can have a manager's area that's not an office. The fact that we're moving into a building that's totally empty also means that if we want to do things like build a loft, say we want to put manager's offices or our tech room, our tool room, whatever it is, upstairs in a loft, we can make that happen. That's fine, because it's a lot easier to build a deck in an empty building than it is to try to build a deck over top of a haunted house. Ethan asked if we will be producing while the transition is happening. Yes, that's why I'm here. I'm painting masks while we have a crew over there right now removing the haunted house.
That should be thick enough at the bottom, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would try to mix up a little bit more and just bring it up because I don't know how tall those are. Actually, you should be fine. I don't see any clay.
Right.
So, I mean, if it's a problem again, we'll just...
Do nub like we did with the pig.
Yeah, that should be fine.
That's what I was kind of afraid of too. The spiral I know is fine. I think the star is fine, but I don't know if the clown knows.
Well, if you... I didn't see it, but if you think it's a problem, add plaster. I mean, now's the time to add it if you think we need to add more.
Well, yeah. I think I'd rather be...
All right, so now I'm working on the flesh tone grin mask.
rains me out, you might be able to get one during the day next week.
Sweet.
So calling for a 60% chance of rain, chance of the week.
That'd be nice. Yeah, it sounds like the plan is that that this weekend is all tear down, and then Tuesday we're going to have the truck here to start loading up and hauling.
Oh, okay. Now it's just let it dry, right?
Yep, just let it dry. Scary eyes. How's it going, Skip? I think that's Josh. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Haunted Hill Strong is correct, my guy. Okay. What do you use to paint flesh tones? Man, it's just flesh tone paint. More latex paint, flesh tone mixed with some latex. Do you make your mask with anything other than latex? We do make. I've got one silicone mask I make. I also know how to make silicone masks. What I don't know is how to paint silicone masks. I'm sure it's not that complicated. I just know that when people when people buy the silicone masks, they're expecting this like hyper realistic movie quality monster, and I don't think I'm at that level yet. So that's why I haven't really ventured into that. So we do have our cloth masks, our bag masks, stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, we've got a whole line of asylum masks. Our bag masks have latex on the outside, but not the inside, so that could be a viable option. I don't know exactly. But for the most part, latex is where we're at. Let's see. Yeah, it does suck, man. Just carry an EpiPen around and use one like every hour. Yeah, I don't recommend that, man. Hey, Chad, how's it going? What about silicone on the inside with latex on the out? I don't know, man. That might work. Let me show you what I made. Because I made something kind of like that.
No, I think I remember you talking. Yeah, I think
So what I made was a silicone mask that was like a black kind of. It was all black, and it was like a. It was just to create like a black kind of mass underneath a mask, and it was all black. It was made to be kind of gooey, that kind of thing. And then over top of that, I did our doll mask. So you had a black nasty mass underneath the stark white of our doll mask with the creepy teeth and all that, and we used that in our haunt for a whole season, and it was awesome. Very scary. So I make that. I just haven't made another one to post online yet because I'm so occupied with latex that I haven't taken time to make another silicone. So that's an option. I can also make some very basic mutant masks or inbred, this kind of like flesh tone, sort of translucent, freaky skin masks out of silicone as well, if you were interested in that. So those are some options. So silicone, we got the other one here. Yeah, so yeah, do not mix ammonia and bleach. You'll make chlorine gas, and that's not good for anyone involved. So on a positive note, I'm only 175 hours away from monetizing on YouTube. So that's good. How's it going, John? What's going on, Vic? All right. Chad Smith said, so since they're considering moving MHE to Indy, are you going to try and get a good time and get on the haunt tour, or are they going to stick to what they had scheduled for the most part? No, I highly doubt they're going to keep the haunted houses on that tour that they had on that tour. I think they'll probably just not have a tour because they were planning to go to like abandoned haunted house, which is 2 hours away from me, which means it's 4 hours away from Indianapolis. I'm 2 hours away from Indy. I can't imagine that if they didn't want to drive late at night to me an hour and a half away, they're going to want to drive 2 hours away late at night to me. Anyway, it's happening in July. I think that's when it's happening, July still. We won't have a haunted house up in July, so we won't have anything for them to come see. And I don't think it's going to be in Indy forever. I think that's probably a 1-year thing. Chicago is more centrally located than the other places, so yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it, Vic. I like that my numbers are growing, man. I like having people watch this. I told you guys this a few nights ago. I streamed for you guys. I was amazed the first time I did this, and I had a bunch of people watching. I strive to make content for you guys. Alright, so now, I had a comment there, I'll read that 1 second. Okay. Any guess on when registration will open for MHC? No idea, dude. I don't talk to those people about that. I'm not interested in it right now. We're signed up, I think, as a vendor. So there's so much confusion and not knowing what's going to happen that I think yeah, you can take that. I think registration's open now. I mean, I think. I know registration was open months ago for Midwest Hunters, so you could look into that. But yeah, I have no idea. I haven't talked to anyone about it. I don't report on Transworld anymore. So Pritzker is a tool. Yeah, I don't have an opinion on that because I don't live in Illinois, so he might be. Chad Smith said probably when they figure out where it's going to be and what dates work, they might have to change the dates to work with local haunts and whatnot. Yeah, they're not going to change dates just based on haunted houses, man. They're going to find dates that hotels are available and that because 2020 has just been a clusterfuck for everybody. They're not going to change dates because haunts are available. I think just having a trade show at this point is their concern. So if haunts are open and they're able to, fantastic. If not, then they'll have a trade show without it. Hotels are going to be very important to them because if you don't have hotels available, well, you can't have anyone come to your trade show. And they haven't confirmed that it's happening in Indy yet. That was just in their email that they mentioned that they were talking about it. In my dealings with Transworld in the past, I would say that that means that there's more of a possibility, more than just a possibility that it's happening in Indianapolis if they went ahead and talked about it. But they, yeah, so, let's see. Chad said Mask Fest is in September, isn't it? Yeah, I think so, in Indianapolis. We talked about attending that, and we still might, especially if we don't have a haunt happening. Then that will definitely be on our table. There's also Wickedly White. I mean, that's the good thing about if we don't have a haunt this year. That means we can just dedicate our full time to HHP, as well as building a haunt for next year. But that means that Transworld 2020, you're going to see a whole lot of shit. I mean, you guys are already in a point where you're going to see a whole lot of shit. But now, if I've got the next 8 months of doing nothing but making production stuff, you're going to see a whole lot of shit. So, we appreciate you guiding us with your knowledge. I try, Vic. Ask questions, and I will answer. Hey, CJ, how you doing? So, right now, I need to do some, in taking our money. I will always take your money if it's offered. So, right now, I've got my clown paint on this, but I need to do some other painting in there, so it's not just one flesh tone. So I'm taking the flesh tone, I'm just going to add a bit of black to it to make it a darker shade. And I'm talking about just drops of that. And I'm going to mix that up and see what we got. What daytime do you need my help? Jacob never texted back. We'll be here tomorrow at 1, and then all weekend. And then Tuesday, so for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we are tearing down everything. Then Tuesday, we'll have the U-Haul here, and we'll be taking stuff over to the storage. So if you want to come tomorrow at 1, that'd be fantastic. Chad said, by the way, I don't know if you remember me at Transworld last year. You walked me to a guy out of OK, I think, show me hospital equipment for my haunt. I don't remember, man. Transworld last year was a blur because it was our first year ever vending. And so we had to be on top of everything, and it was crazy. So I don't remember much from Transworld last year. Ted said you can do full head grin masks, right? No. This is a half mask mold. If you would like a whole head mold, I can sculpt one. But we do our hair where you don't really need the back of the head. The hair hides your hair the hair hides your head very well. So it's not necessary. Yeah. Thank you guys for the likes. I actually have more likes than I have viewers right now. Thank you guys. That lets YouTube know that you guys like my videos.
They come in, hit like, and then get booted.
Yeah, that they should tell more people to watch them. It helps out a lot. Alright, so I think that's darker. It should be at least. Go a little bit more. So that'll work. And now I've got more of a darker flesh tone that I can paint in all these lines. Just gonna darken. How much would a full head mask be? Like a new mask that would be sculpted? It depends what it is, man. What I do, I don't charge you for sculpting and molding. The only time I charge you for sculpting and molding is if you want to keep the mold. If you want total rights to a mask, then I'm going to charge you a lot more. But if you just want a new mask, I'm going to charge you whatever I would charge you for that mask. And what I usually do is I take a mask off our website that would take the same amount of work, and I charge just based on that. So tell me what you're interested in. Our masks range from, like, for a full head mask, I'm gonna say you're probably in the ballpark of 80 to 150, just depending on what you're looking for. So the new clown mask I just made, we charged that lady like $85. So, and that was a brand new sculpt, full head mask. So, are you guys still selling the Spark gloves? Yes, we are. You can order them online. They are available. Huh?
Plain water.
Should be, yeah. It looks like it needs some more though.
That's why I was asking.
Okay.
What up for this?
Alright, so this is showing up some, but I don't think it's showing up enough for my liking. So I want to put some more in this and get just a darker color. I might want to just go with black again. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go with the black. Not black, use blue. No, I'm not going to use blue. I'm not aiming for a corpse kind of look. I'm just going to go really light with the black to just shade this a bit. It's too much. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Alright. So there's that. Flesh tone grid mask. Now this needs hair. I'm going to do a bit of this just to break this up. Break up that skin. So it's not so perfect. That ain't what skin looks like. So I did some black, now I want to take some red, do the same thing, it's very light, maybe I don't. Okay. What kind of stilts do you guys have? They're just drywall stilts, man. You can buy them at any hardware store. Just make sure that they're comfortable to wear all night. All right, Amanda, this one's ready for you too. Black and white hair, longer black and white chin beard. No mustache.
Hi. Do you use stilts for just house building or for acting too? Perfect time for me to come back. So I'm sweaty. I'm ripping shit down. I'm so excited for you guys to see. Good night, Lizzie. Everything that I've destroyed so far. I use the stilts. So the stilts are supposed to be for our acting. But I have found so many good uses for them throughout the haunted house.
Fucking drywall stilts, they're for doing
Right,
that shit.
right. But it helps me so much in painting. When I'm working on stuff on the ceiling, that way I don't have to like get off the ladder, move the ladder, get back up, get off the ladder. It helps a lot. I'm looking for soft.
What kind of saw?
I don't know, it doesn't matter. I
What are
was
you
trying the
cutting?
circle saw.
What are you cutting?
Don't worry about it.
I need to know what you're cutting.
Wood.
What kind of wood?
2x3.
Half what I nailed on.
Where?
In the orderly's room.
Okay, let me get you a saw.
I don't want to open that red one.
Open the red one.
Because, well, doesn't it have to like charge and stuff? I don't know what
No,
batteries it takes.
it's a corded saw.
I have to plug it in?
Yeah.
Well, there's a box with extension cords out there
True.
still, so.
Alright, we'll just use that one. There's literally a 2x3 that has
I'll be right back.
six nails holding it in.
Then you don't use the circular saw.
What's up?
I've been here in like 6 months, so I'm like, everything looks different.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's a little scattered tonight. Devin and Justin are in other rooms getting things taken down and adding more direction. A few more people showed up tonight. So sorry it's a little chaotic tonight for the stream. Okay. Yes, Kevin, quick answer. Our lease went up and this
Justin can go into more detail on that. Thank you, Ted. We would appreciate the help. We do have a couple of places that they are looking at to reopen and for maybe this year, but if not, definitely for next year. Yeah, that's the plan. Is we're hoping to get the new building up and running for this year, but fingers crossed, guys. You're still drying.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
And that was the first thing on my list was I had to grease up the body, grease that up. So I'm like, yeah, I may as well get all
Probably
nothing.
actually not a bad idea to do them in those cans. It's not as big of a load then.
Well, depending on what it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if it's easy taller, but.
I just want to do something for a minute. Okay. Had some people asking about
All right, back.
did we lose plates? I don't know if you wanted to. Got quite a few new viewers.
Let's see. Building for haunts used. So, I don't know what the question was, but
They own the building or they don't own the building.
all right, I'm back. So, I don't know what the question was, but right now we are moving. I saw you and Stefan were on Friday yesterday. I'm so mad I uninstalled it. Xbox for Dead by Daylight. Yeah, CJ, if I was you, I would uninstall fucking that game and reinstall Friday. Everyone's been playing that. Me and Jacob and Spence, and we're having a great fucking time. Play it every night.
Oh, thanks for not including me, fucker.
Do you know about Haunt Conference in Knoxville called CreepyCon? I do not, but if we're freed up, I would love to check it out. Ethan, we use our stilts also in acting, so we've got multiple characters outside that act on them. Hey Scott, how's it going? Alright, it's a 3-day event I'm going to. It's at the end of August. We'll have to check that out, Ethan. So to answer the question, it's not that we lost our building. We chose to not keep this building because the landlords, which is the town of Lake Station, where this property is, were making us a deal that we were not okay with. So we've decided to move elsewhere because they also did not want to negotiate. So, and that's fine. We'll be somewhere else doing much better. So. Yeah, everyone keeps asking why this town thinks it's a great idea to not have us here, and I don't know. I mean, this town doesn't even have a grocery store, and the last one they had has been closed for like 2 years, abandoned with a bunch of food. It's still a grocery store, but no one's looking to come into this town. So, I don't know. But there are other towns around here, and they'll take us in, and we'll bring a great attraction to their town. No problem. So what's the October plan if you're hunting, traveling? I won't be a guest actor. I'm just not interested in that anymore. I mean, it's fun, but I just I don't know. I don't if that's the only way that I can go and learn from other people's haunts, that's fine. That's what I'll do, but I would rather go and say, well, for a start, I would like to go to haunts that I would not be able to go to otherwise. I am eyeing going to Texas for Dark Hour. Alan's invited me out there, and I would love to go. And what I would hope to happen is I would love to do a job shadow of Alan, honestly, to see what he does in the night. There are things that you cannot learn from classes and stuff. There's things that you just got to watch someone kind of do it to learn. And I think, I mean, he's one that I've learned hundreds of other things from. And that's also a hard thing to do because a lot of people don't like to share certain things, but he's pretty open about stuff, so maybe he would allow me. I don't know. I don't need to. I don't think that Dark Hour needs me as an actor. I think they're doing just fine without me acting there. So I would rather learn from them, which is why I would go to learn. And then, I mean, I'm not offering them anything, I guess. So it's totally out of their own charity that they would allow me to kind of follow them and watch. And I'd do anything they asked me to, but they're a pretty large operation, so I think they've got it taken care of.
Do we have any smaller ladders anywhere?
Smaller than the red one? No.
It doesn't have to be, I just mean like any more ladders that are smaller than 12 foot. Where's the one that, the A-frame? You know?
I suppose I saw that one outside. No, right here. Also, I need to know if you know what way that map goes. Is that historically on it? So I'm trying to see It's got a strap right now on top that's angled. It looks like it's angled up. I think that's the top, but then it's throwing me off because this part is going up too. So I don't know if that matters. Maybe ask Shannon, see what she says.
Honey, are you okay? Can you tell us? Are you okay, honey? Crackhead, hi, hello. This way. That look right? I think so. Yeah, that's not. Is it? I don't think so. I think it's the other way. Yeah. It's this way, because it's rounded for my chin. Hello, Kevin. I'm stressed, but good. Tired. Sorry, reading notifications. It's been a long few months. Only been getting worse. But we're here, and we're doing it.
That's not an effective mask.
Yeah. That's not gonna be blocking much coronavirus. You think I would get fucking heckled if I went to Walmart with
Am I
the...
allowed to make a horrible joke on the stream or no?
No,
Well, you know what I'm thinking.
probably.
Florida mask.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to that other one?
We will be. I will be.
I'm gonna have to get out of here in like 10 minutes or so.
That's not working, so Justin can figure that out.
But
That's fine.
and I'll be back here tomorrow though.
Okay, it's fine.
Kevin? All right, I'm back. It is, Tara. Kevin, we've got 2 weeks to get out. So, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts that we keep there. And those cones in that little brown box. Keep that there. Yeah, that's okay. I figured that, but at the same time, like, I didn't know if you were everything myself. Yeah, we're going to need stuff. Yeah, road looks like it's been current use. I know, I took over some of your beds there.
Congrats, G. Thank you.
Should be, Pastor Ivy.
You know what the rough dimensions of the tank is?
No, but you can take a measurement real fast. It's got to be 12 feet long because the trailer's 10 feet long and it sits off of that, so 12 foot long and it sits just outside, so it's got to be 6 foot wide.
Jesse, where can I find a Sharpie or something?
Say that again?
A Sharpie?
Right here.
Thank you.
They keep returning it to the spot it's supposed to be, so I'm going to say right by that.
All right. One smiley face cycle mask.
I don't know it.
Yeah, Vic, we will find a better place to go. I mean, locations are good, man, but what makes a place great is the people there. So, no matter where we go, it's going to be fantastic because our crew is coming with us. I mean, I'll say it 100 times. We're not anything without those people. So, and luckily, they're all here helping us right now. They're coming along. They're all staying. Fantastic. That's some. Just talking about this a few
You're
days
going to
ago.
chain me
But
from my
only
shackles in the corner?
not you.
Oh, damn it, you're giving me the Bill Carroll? What the hell? I thought you liked me.
It's more like his dick chain is like a wallet chain. Very small chain.
according to Amanda.
Well, see, some people would say it would be a wallet chain. She'll call it a change purse. Because you can fit 2 coins in it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. I'm happy you like it, Tara. Yeah, I didn't know that that was all that was left on your order. I've had it in back for like a week now, so I was just told that you were just waiting on that, so I knocked it out real fast so we can get your order out.
She's been waiting on just that little pass.
Yeah.
That one over there is Amy, right? Yes. Except for you stole her hand, so we will use his name. You stole her hand to go to this body.
Just line out our bodies that we have. I'll know what to
I
do.
was just gonna do like here, farmer, ice cream.
Yeah. So is that our ice cream man or is that the trick or treat? I think that's the trick or treat.
Ice cream is over there. And, but lay out everything, just say, a farmer, ice cream man, trick or treater, Amy. And, what is it? Fourth one is ice cream, trick or treater, bread and pound jump.
That one's not making it.
Oh, okay. Now, question, I know that.
No, I'll probably take something that's at the house. This one's not that wrong.
Okay, on that green. Or everything seemed right, like, move that there, and then have this on top. Or, because you were talking about,
No, the way we had the last one was good.
that
That thing scared the shit out of me twice to do it. I had it in back of my front door. So today I come home, open the door, I go to close and go, what the fuck? And then last night I walk in my dining room, which my front door is at like the end of it, but it's in darkness. So then I turn the light on in my dining room and I see just a scary ass clown over in the corner like this. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? It was fucked up.
And I know at one point you were talking about kind of gluing the teeth into the grin mask.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, that might look campy at one point.
No, how you had our last one was great.
that's what I wanted to hear.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. I know it's early, but I need to go and tear down a haunted house, so I'm gonna cut us off right here. thank you guys very much for watching tonight. Did you ever finish those coins? They are molded. We actually just molded them. The mold's right here, shiny white. So they are. They'll be out tomorrow, and we'll start casting them up and getting those done. Hello, Mr. Joyner. I'm doing well. Too bad you're a little late for the stream, but anyway, how much more do you like to finish? Have to finish the small horns. We're working on those right now. That's what our coins are. They'll be ready very soon. Well, like the next 2 days. So we'll have the smaller horn knocked out probably sometime next week. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Watch our vlogs because new stuff is coming. All our teardowns and stuff. So thank you guys. Subscribe so you don't miss us.
Hit the
Drop a
bell
like
button.
to help us up. Hit a bell. Hit everything on our channel. I'll even let you hit her once or twice. I'm Justin Hill tuning out. That's my crew. You stay scary.